How are you, ladies and gentlemen? I hope you are doing well and well, so to speak. Why am I insisting on wellness? Because I know some of us are still reeling from the pains of sudden breakups that we had to go through, right? Now, today on the show, you are lucky because Benjamin is going to take you through how you are to deal with the sudden, unforeseen breakups. It is painful though, but how do you deal with it? Hey, Benjamin.
Hello. Now, today we are not discussing breakups that have been building up. You know, the breakups you have been seeing coming, but the relationship has been on a life support.
Yeah.
Some relationships are on
Life support.
We just can't accept it. Yeah. You know, there are people who don't want to accept. They knew this was coming. So those people have been refusing to accept reality because it is too painful, and postponing and hiding their head in the sand and maintaining hope against hope and mixing prayers and everything else. Prayers have their place, but sometimes you use prayers to reinforce denial. Are we together? Be careful. Sometimes be careful. It's people who are praying. So I told you one way to know what people are thinking is to listen to how they're praying. Okay, it's not God talking, it's them. It's God. So you can hear the ideas. But many people, they want to hide behind prayers always work. Faith, I cannot lose my faith. I can't lose my hope. I know. But many of them, they pray more about getting out than they prayed about going in. Mm-hmm. Sometimes I understand why God does not want to be too involved in some things. I talk myself in without even consulting him.
Yeah. Or
even ignoring signs he was giving me. While I'm in, I start pleading a lot. David prayed for a certain child not to die. He went and grabbed another guy's wife and killed the guy. Now, the fruit of that adulterous, God said, no, that kid will die. But he started pleading with God. Yeah. David was mature. When he prayed and the child died, he did not die with the child and depression. He woke up and started eating and carried on with life. Bramwell, today we are discussing relationships that it shocked you because you did not see it coming. Yeah. That the person is breaking up with you, the person is changing like this. It gives you dizziness. More than anything else, it's hard to believe. And the breakups that a person texts you and you wonder whether it's them talking. The kind of them you hear and you wonder, am I dreaming? Where did this come from? We were doing so well. We had so much plans. In fact, we were on momentum. I thought we are together. I mean, we love each other so much. I think we were so happy. The breakups I'm discussing today are not common, but they happen and they can distort a person's perception of reality. They may never recover if they're not instructed. It's that kind of behavior you see. You hear they're cheating or they have an affair or you come to hear a confession that, it refuses to register. Your systems are shocked and numbed. This is the kind of breakups that you hear them, and even those of you who are around, you refuse to believe it. Mm-hmm. I want to tell you where they come from. Sudden breakups are never sincere breakups. Mm-hmm. There's no such thing as a sudden breakup. There's no such thing. Because, in another show we say, love never dies, a natural death. If you sincerely loved each other, you can't wake up today and you don't love each other anymore. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. No. Luckily for you, love is predictable. Stop feeling like you're in a lost place and you don't know what might happen tomorrow. Whether you wake up tomorrow and your feelings for the guy have gone. If it was sincere, it doesn't go away. It doesn't go away. Mm-hmm. There's no sudden breakup. Rest comforted like that. Mm-hmm. There's no sudden death of love. The only thing there is a sudden mistake, sudden bad decision. I want to tell you why people commit those mistakes, because it always comes back to them. Mm-hmm. Always. Brahman, if you're this girl and you are so much like this, and maybe you're married or you're planning to get married, and suddenly maybe she travels home and tomorrow she's talking a different language. She's questioning you, doubting you, suspecting you, and questioning everything you had built. That's not a breakup. It's a mistake. Are we together? So, why does it happen? Number one, temporary insanity. Brahma, you can get infatuated with another woman, you forget, and you get infatuated within 2 hours.
Yeah.
Men don't need a lot of time to become temporarily insane. Most of the cheating is usually sexual energy. Don't be lied to, brother. Don't be told anything about. There's nothing else that will make a person lie suddenly, change on their women, change on their man, except something to do with sexuality and sometimes money. Money is in rare occurrences, but there's always sex involved if there's money involved. Many times it's both, but it's when you get sexually excited about another woman that your sanity and your sound thinking and the feeling and the specialness and the purity and the connection with your real woman, the one you have a future with, the one you merge well with, for a moment gets out of you and a mist engulfs your thinking. And suddenly you relegate the real thing and exalt the fake thing. Understand that? It has happened with people time and again. Let me send you another message. I'm getting other questions that are very annoying. People asking what to do about the secret child they have in their family. Or an affair they had and it is complicated. And they're not asking in remorse about the affair. There's this guy I got a child with, now he's not my boyfriend, but now he's denying now. I want to tell my boyfriend, what should I do to destroy my relationship? You destroyed your relationship the moment you allowed that moment of insanity. I simply ask her, do what you had planned to do when you went to sleep with that other guy. Why are you acting surprised? It was not rape, it was a decision.
Yeah.
What you planned, you'll harvest. Brother, where are people living? Where are they, which world are they living? They come surprised when they are reaping what they sowed. Let's repeat this. Some people call it karma, call it what? Nature, or justice of nature. God is fair. Whether you're a Christian or not, there's a justice of God that operates, especially if the person you're dealing with is a child of God. Did I warn you to avoid marrying Christian girls if you don't have the intention of behaving well? Think twice. Think twice. Do your math, okay? If you plan on cheating, try marry another cheater, okay? These people who do right and they believe in God and they pray, you can't play with them. They will be avenged by the avenger. In the Old Testament, there was an avenger of blood, and he would look for you and you kill a person to kill you. So they come asking me what to do with the fruits of their unfaithfulness. When you tell them the truth, they say, oh, you're being judgmental. Thank you. Your own actions will judge you. I'm simply saying, you should start by, first of all, accepting how you betrayed the trust. You should not be talking about the pregnancy, or the child, or the complication. What about my marriage? You destroyed it the moment you walked out. Tell this person the truth. Let them decide whether they will stay or not. Otherwise, you'll also not find peace, because part of their prayers is, God, if I'm being played, deny them peace. Yeah. Let me remind you, boxing has taught me one lesson. You may not believe in God, but don't mock him. You can go on YouTube and check the downfall of proud athletes, proud boxers, proud. Those who become they mock. They even mock your faith. One of them was fighting Manny Pacquiao. And I think he was called Keith Thurman, somebody. He had a very brilliant record. And he was fighting a guy who was humble, who is not even trash-talking or insulting anyone. A guy who is down to earth. And because they are Christian with his family, he's insulting their faith. You like quoting Bible verses? He insults them. He was knocked out. It's very satisfying to see how the justice of God prevails in those situations. As I told you, God is not always in events, even if it's maneuvers as arsenal. God is not always interested in affairs of men. Let them entertain themselves. But when you try to mock God will show up to protect his name. God is not mocked. Do not be deceived. Now, we are saying this. Some of these people who suddenly tell you they're not interested in you, they have changed their mind, and you had invested your emotions, your heart, your reputation, your name, you had put your all. The first suspicion is temporary insanity. Okay? They have been swept away by another lover. They have allowed themselves to get arrested mentally. And Brahma, even when you're a Christian, love potions can work on you. Let me confuse you a little bit. I know you pray. But a woman who uses love potions can use them on you when you open a door for her to enter your life. Let me repeat that. The moment you compromise your faith, you compromise your principles, start sleeping with the wrong woman, now she can use all the witches on earth to arrest you. That's why guys who are very prayerful before, the woman who laid hold of him was not anything church or anything. She's even a known loose woman. But she went for the other powers, and your God told you to maintain sexual purity. If you open the doors, the devil could. You compromise. Using the compromise, she came in. She pulled you out of your place of faith and applied now the powers of darkness, love potions, the juju. You understand how it works? So never think you are untouchable. The moment you step down from your path, you are exposed. God gives us grace. Sometimes he makes sure we are not destroyed the first time. He sends warnings. Man, if you read how he sends prophets, he said, I have been sending my prophets to them, rising early and sending. God rises early to send prophets to you. When he says rising early, he's using human language. He's not sleeping himself or waking in the morning. In fact, he does not sleep, no slumber. But he's saying, at the time when people start the day, he's eager. At the time when the user study, he's eager to send. So many times when we are diverting, he sends warning after warning after warning. Signal after signal. Yeah. Remember not to approach God with your titles. When you go to God, also, you don't address him with his name. You use names of relationship. When you're talking about your father to me, you can call him Opio. But when you talk to him, do you call him Opio?
No.
Do you even go to your father with your titles?
No.
Who you are at work?
No.
You simply go as a son. You use the relationship. Hey, Dad, how are you? We could even have other nicknames you use because of your relationship. Are we together?
Yeah.
When you go to God as well, forget your titles and don't call him by his name. When you're talking about God to other people, you can use the name. That's the name they use to know him by. But when you come to him, now, Jesus, surely, you don't call Opio. Use relational titles. My Lord, my Father, my God. That's relational language. Bramwell, when you see a person has been swept off and they have changed on you, the first suspicion is temporary insanity. The second suspicion is pretense that has come to an end. They were never sincere. They were with you, and there are people who can act so well. They play movies, they look real. They also play movies in real life. They can love you, the right way. They listen to what you like and they mirror it. They make you feel like you found your soulmate, and you begin the process of becoming a couple. You can even go the way they get married, but a part of them is not sure, is not into this. But you are compellingly attractive. Let me tell you the problem of being a good person. The problem of being a good person, a rare catch. If you have taken your while to develop yourself as a person, to do soul work until you're at peace, you're happy, you're understanding, you're a listener, you're empathetic, you are sincere, you're honest. If you have done your soul work and you have done your personal work, you have organized your career foundation, you're ready to take the responsibility of being a husband, you are sincere, you are honest, you're faithful, you are a rare catch. The problem with good people, they're hard to let go of. Listen to this. This second problem of pretense happens when a person discovered you are too good to let go of. But she was not prepared for this kind of commitment. So she acted like she can actually make this work. And I told you the problem with good-hearted men, they do shoddy homework because they project their sincerity on the other person.
Yeah.
They think the other person is equally sincere. They don't expect the person to do a lot of cross-checking on the background. So they also don't do a lot of cross-checking on the background. That's how men have married insincere women. Women have married insincere men who kept a tab on their ex. Kept a tab. They're not sure. But they go to the floor and they get married. But now, the reality of what they have gotten into and the signatures, and I told you that guy in the wedding who cried hysterically. In the wedding. Crying. This is the conflict that reached the peak. Reached the peak. He went along because this girl is too good. She's just perfect. Everybody's seeing her. Oh my God, you are lucky. Sometimes people can praise a person until it's impossible to leave that person because people call you lucky, they wish they were you. That's why we say don't give too much to the person you are dating. Because that giving can attach them to you in a way that they can't be sincere now. They're there because of the giving. You change their life so much, you transform their life so much. Don't do that. So sometimes you stay and the person stays with you until they can't pretend anymore. This is a collapse of the act they're being putting together. Mm-hmm. It's not a sudden death of love. It's a sudden revelation of pretense. They were with you because of how good you are, but they were not prepared for the journey of marriage with you. Mm-hmm. They were taking who you are, not giving you what you need. And you kept giving them the benefit of the doubt. Sometimes your intuition tells you, sometimes it doesn't. Especially if you got sexually involved with them outside marriage. Sex kills intuition. The emotions overtake. They take over now. Other people, it's not the sex, it's the emotional attachment and how tired they were of searching. Good people search for long because people like them are few. Average people marry easily because they are not too selective. Are we together? Mm-hmm. Their condition is that the guy has some money, the girl looks beautiful, that's all. But people of destiny, what are they looking for? A person who have congruence in reasoning. They're looking for other things that are quite invisible. They're looking for a person who has a faith in God, who was a friend of God. They're looking for a person who can think globally, who can handle millions of money without getting excited. Mm-hmm. Looking for a person who can build a big empire and still be composed. Looking for a person who can tour the world. Looking for a person who I can entrust with $1 million shillings and no shilling will disappear. People who can sit with 1 million shillings are very few. Yeah. Are we together? Mm-hmm. There's some people who can't come home when they have 10,000 in their account. Until they drink all of it. Until they do manicure, pedicure, all of it. Until they eat pizza, all of it. By just checking how many people can sit with money. They don't need, we are not talking about earning it, keeping it. Just give them to keep it. That alone tells you, when you are aiming to handle that amount of money, the people you will find are that few. Are we together? Yeah. We said the other day how to date when you're a high achiever, when you're driven, when you're a conscious person, is that to be patient, be ready, knowing that compromise can't satisfy you. This is a problem with compromise. You settle where you don't belong, where you don't feel at home. It is a double problem now. You are tied up somewhere with obligations and you're still not home. You get the problem? Good people neutralize their dreams when they compromise. Society pushes them because their friends, all of them get married. When you're outstanding, you're always the last to do some of these things. When you're outstanding, you're always the last. Because you're particular and you're taking time to do some thorough preparations. These people are not keen on preparations. And you're not saying marrying ahead of the other means you're below. No, we are just saying many times in the groups you are in, it was just a group you came from with college, high school, group. But because of the trajectory of your life and how you are awake to what you're looking for, it might take you longer to find. But when you finally find, usually later on, farewell, and they see you flying high there because you were selective. So, when you see a sudden betrayal, consider the possibility that they were never sincere. Mm-hmm. Are we together? Mm-hmm. They were never sincere. They came in here, they saw how good you are, they carried along. The third, which you have heard people talk about it a lot, is a person who has been overwhelmed by a sudden change of fortune. Now, this has nothing to do with the sincerity. They were sincere. You married each other sincerely. Mm-hmm. And they were not pretending. They have not even been carried away by another woman or another man. They're not a particular person who has taken them away or carried their mind. And it's not that they were. You are both genuine. But suddenly, shoo, fortunes. Brother, there's something with money and opulence and wealth that tests everybody to the fiber of their being. I'm convinced there are people God is keeping low, keeping financially small so that they can get to heaven.
That is true.
Some people lack the character at all to handle abundance. One of our athletes won the Olympics and got a lot of money. He started stepping on women's tomatoes and paying them. How much is it? Pay them. How much is it? He did not live long. There are people who change on you because you succeeded as a couple, or they got wealth, or something came. Now, money brings what? Options, temptations, invitations, an idea that you can now get anybody, anyone, you can go anywhere. You can't settle. Brother, be careful when you pray for success that you ask God to prepare you for it first. I came to understand some things. When you pray for some things, we have them in our minds, but we don't know the atmosphere they'll bring. Atmosphere. God sees the whole picture. You only see in part. So when God delays in answering some prayers, don't get impatient. Because you're targeting, God, I want that big car. Do you know what big car does in your life? Where it elevates you among people. Who it attracts. The temptations it brings. The image. The perception. There are things you can't see. God does not want to give you things and then he loses you.
Yeah.
He is doing calculations with eternity in view. All right? Some things I'm sure he is delaying to make me prepare. God has everything, can do them tomorrow. But he's concerned whether you can handle them. So, sometimes if a person flips on you and they're moving all over, drinking all the night and going wherever they were, and it's because money has come, accept it. Those are the only 3 reasons in my research that cause people to flip on you, and I want to give you solutions. So you said the first reason they flip on you suddenly, that they have gotten carried away romantically, sexually by another one, and they have entertained the temporary insanity. This one always ends soon. It may take a few years. That's why you hear a man who was retired has ran off with a 20-year-old secretary and he's 48. Who left his wife of 20 years. They built an empire. But maybe not, suddenly now he said, I'm a polygam, marrying a second one, you can go if you don't want. Things that are so irrational to a sound thinking person. This is, what is this? You understand? Yeah. The second, so the solution here is, get out, leave them, but soon they will regret. It soon catches up with them. That infatuation doesn't last long. They come to realize they can't replace who you are. They can't replace Brahma. The sincerity of Brahma, the solidness. Let me repeat this to you, Brahma. Any woman who agrees to come to your life when you have another woman is not a wife material. Africa praises polygamy as if it's an option. Let me help you. Solomon had 700 women, and I don't know how many, but none of them sincerely carried him in his heart like the wife. He had no wife. He had many women, but no soulmate. Nobody to pray over him, watch over him, talk daily, think together. Any woman who agrees to come in when there's another one, she has the potential, just the way she kicked out the other, she also has potential to kick you out. She has a snake potential. And I'm talking about the current generation. The previous generation, society forced them. They were fixed into becoming second wives, and it was more acceptable. So I'm not talking about our mothers. Many of them, you could see their second wife, and society fixed them there. Yeah. Today, women have options. Those days, women did not have options. Today's women have options. And society has opened the space. She can say no. Are we together? Yeah. In fact, it's not parents who are marrying them off today. It's them. Are we together? That's why we're saying it's a different generation. By the time a woman doesn't care how she will break the heart of the other, she won't care about you when you fall sick. That's why men marry second wives, and she leaves you when you're sick, or you come home carrying your clothes in a paper bag. Because that act of hurting the other woman told you she has no heart. She showed you her potential, and you ignored it because you are sexually excited. When men are sexually excited, they usually behave like donkeys. Have you seen donkeys in heat? They run after. That's men. This first an incident where where she gets it, can be the her, who gets her carried away by now, leave her alone. Mind your life, you will have the last laugh. You will see the collapse. After the heat, the height is gone.
Mm-hmm.
The second thing where it was pretense, brother, you have been relieved. If finally they have shown their true colors, feel the pain and disappointment, but know it was a fake all along.
Mm-hmm.
It was a lie. They came because of who you are, not because that they had what you wanted. Release it with relief, process your pain, and thank God you're still alive. Mm-hmm. Those kind of people, usually they don't leave, they stay. They continue cheating out there, and they can bring STIs, depression, and complicate your life.
Mm-hmm.
But the moment they show their colors true, don't argue with it, don't bargain with it, release them, move on with their life. The other incident where they change because money has arrived, that person may be irredeemable.
Mm-hmm.
They are not even leaving you for another person. They're usually leaving you for many other people, for another lifestyle. They don't want to be confined. They don't want discipline. Many of them leave church, they backslide, they stop being principled, they start drinking, When opulence and money arrives, it gives an illusion of, I can do anything I want. Nobody will control me. Usually you struggle together. When they get up here, they change like that. In this third case, don't leave empty-handed. You sort these things together. Probably you always fight and get your share so that you don't waste your time.
Mm-hmm.
As much as possible. Get a house, leave their children, try to secure things for the children. Let them, in their madness, continue their mad life. You go on another way. But usually in this third case, don't leave, if it's money that is making them change and opulence and success. Understand they've been overwhelmed. Money is overwhelming. Mm-hmm. When you have a weak character, you can't handle money. It gives you too many options. You can't even sit. You're thinking of anything. I can go to Dubai, I can go to money. When you can go anywhere, fly anywhere in this world, it takes character to sit still.
Yeah.
When you can eat anything, it takes character to eat healthy meals. When you can drink anything, it takes character to hold yourself back and go back to work. Many people, if they had enough money, they will not go to work.
Mm-hmm.
Our country would have crisis. If we were given free money today, companies will collapse. People are not working. Yeah. They have money. In fact, they will consume the beers in the clubs until the guys who are working for the brewery are no longer working. So when they're drinking, would have a crisis. Can you imagine? You can kill a country by giving them free money. The farmers are no longer growing, so we don't have food. The guys who drive matatus, they don't need to drive today. They are on off. There will be no vehicles on the road. There will be no phone working because guys are supposed to maintain internet. They're not coming to work. They have enough money. Mm-hmm. So not everybody can handle money. Still show up for their family. Still show up for work. Still be faithful. Still create moments. Still do life when you have enough money. Mm-hmm. If you're planning to get money, be warned. Pray that you get a person who can handle money. Yeah. You can see signs of a person who can handle money. People who can handle money always have some savings, always think ahead. They don't get excited. They don't get into flights of fancy. They are prudent with even small money. It's usually seeable from early. The reason you don't see it is because you don't have it. Mm-hmm. Many people marry that kind of person because you are also like that. Or you neglected that side. Yes.
I like that, Benjamin. The aspect of money, some people, yes, they will get out, but what about the attribute of self-forgiveness? Because I will blame myself to the end for failing to carry out due diligence and develop a relationship on a surface level.
It is true. That's a mistake. And many of us, when we're marrying, we are young and naive. Mm-hmm. Many of us, when you are getting to this, and we don't have quality advice. One reason I don't sleep Brahma is to tell people what I wish I was told. I did not make a mistake, but I took many risks. Okay? Mm-hmm. I crossed landmines. I was not blown up, but I could have. During dating, we did a lot of hit and miss. Mm-hmm. And I think God spared us to come and warn the rest.
Yes.
So forgive yourself if you are blown by one of the landmines. Knowing that I did not know better. Perhaps I was carried away by emotions. Perhaps I felt like it's time, this is the one. Perhaps I don't want to go back searching. Some people marry this person because they don't want to go back searching. So, the way to forgive yourself is to say, I can't reverse, I've learned now. Mm-hmm. Brahman, don't take yourself too seriously again. Remember, you can make mistakes. Mm-hmm. Those mistakes can cost you. But as long as you're not dead, it's always another chance to try again. Mm-hmm. Get all the therapy you need. Get all the friendship support you need. Get all the journey you need to forgive, release, and come out wiser. Remember, you can build a happier life after the first one collapses. Yes.
Okay. Now, some people actually, sudden breakup means the love was not genuine. That's what you said, right?
Yes.
Now, some may say, Benjamin, to some extent, I may be genuine. But again, the way I relate with you depends with the way I relate with myself. Okay? Maybe there are certain things I did in the past and they are eating me up slowly. And it has reached at a point whereby I'll have to tell you the truth the way it is. But now, yes, you are genuine, you cannot hold the truth. Yet you have invested your emotions in me and this thing was blossoming. How do you deal with that?
It's true. Brahma, sometimes when people shock you, remember I said marriage itself is a risk.
Yes.
Getting into love is a risk that this person might flip. It's a risk. It's an open secret. Even with the vows.
Yeah.
Many people don't obey the vows. So we're saying, Brahma, be ready for the risk. We are praying and hoping for the best. But remember another thing, Brahma, you're not alone in this life. Tell yourself that you can always wake up from anything and your God is with you. And if God allows it, it's easier to happen. He knows He can give you the grace to wake up from it. So never say, if this person refused me, I'll kill myself. No. Brahma, there's a reason I don't want to kill yourself, because you will go there before your time to come and you'll be bored.
Yeah.
They are not expecting you. They might keep you on the gate for many years until the time they expected you. So the reason I want to finish my time here is that I go there at the right time. Yeah, we were expecting. Now you're the guest. Well, imagine now being kept on the queue because you came so early. Don't kill yourself. Don't rush. Don't peg your happiness on another person. Once they flip on you, they are not the one you knew anymore. So tell yourself, I don't have a wife here, I don't have a husband here. They have changed their mind, they have moved on from me, and I can only pick up and trust that I'll be happy. It's painful, but it is still possible to wake up from it. Yes.
It is painful, but possible to wake up from it. All said and done, guys. Even as you continue the searching, involve God to guide you. Have the spirit of discernment to see beyond what you're seeing. Thank you for watching the Benjamin Zulu Show. Till next time.